Somehow, 2019 is coming to a close. This was a year of endings, and now it's finally ending. Poetic, potentially, but mostly I'm just happy because boy did this year suck. You know what doesn't suck? Avatar: The Last Airbender. So to close out the year, here's some Avatar minifigures. As with most things, I came to Avatar really late, having watched it for the first time last month, November 2019. Why did nobody tell me how good it was? I count this as a detriment toward our friendship. Anyway, I thought I'd do what I do and make some figures. You may not know this, but LEGO has actually made some Avatar sets a long time ago when the show was first starting. These were the minifigures. I knew I could do better, and so I did. I hope. Also, spoilers for the show inbound. If you haven't watched it yet, do yourself a favor and watch it. Then come right back here. Surprising no one, Aang is first up, having just been found in the ice and thawed out. The Last Airbender himself is actually quite a simple figure, which is befitting for his character. His monk robes are suitably flowing, and he has a smiling face. He has two accessories. One is his glider in the staff configuration, and the other is a newly molded Momo. Aang would have gotten nowhere without Katara, so she's the next inclusion. One thing I loved experimenting with in this series was color combinations, like in the line Increased Distribution. So Katara has that. She also uses a new hairpiece to represent her hair. Are they hoops? Swoops? I don't know. And her accessory is a ball of water. The last of the main trio is Katara's older brother, Sokka, who is also my favorite character and definitely had one of the most impressive arcs throughout the show. Sokka is dressed in his warrior outfit, with many different shades of blue spread about. He comes with a new hairpiece and two accessories, his boomerang and the space sword. Prince Zuko of the Fire Nation follows, having finally regained his honor and also a full head of hair. As you can probably tell, the main characters are all in their Book 3 outfits. I did this because LEGO has already released the original versions, and I wanted to try something different. But don't worry, I did draw the Season 1 versions in my spare time. Anyway, back to Zuko. Zuko comes with Cole's hair from Sons of Garmadon and uses a power blast. Honestly though, my favorite part of the figure is his smile. You did it, buddy. You became a good guy. I think everybody knows that Toph is the best, so why reiterate the point? I will anyway. Toph is the best. Toph's hair and headband combo piece was actually pretty difficult to design, just so it would fit the head and still keep the roundness, but it works. She uses the new skirt that's coming in the troll sets, and her accessories are a rock and the space bracelet Sokka gives her. The last of the main cast is Suki, Sokka's girlfriend and leader of the Kyoshi warriors. Instead of the boring getup she has for most of Book 3, I gave her the Kyoshi warrior ensemble that pops way more and was quite fun to translate. Her crown and hairpiece is new, but she also has a shield and a sword. Take that, sexist pigs. Wait, where did that come from? Again, it feels redundant to say that Iroh is fantastic, but I will anyway, because Iroh is fantastic. He's up there with Gandalf, Obi-Wan, and Merlin as the best mentor/father figures in my book. To befit this status, I try to make his figure stand out, with a new balding headpiece with mutton chops to boot. A small ponytail connects up top thanks to a pin connection. He also holds a small white lotus tile, foreshadowing his more secret endeavors. The maniacal Princess Azula is next, featuring very detailed armor prints and some lightning, because why not? Originally, I used Nia's hair for Azula's ponytail, but considering the fact that keeping perfect hair is an incredibly important aspect of her character, I decided to just draw up a new one. Simple, right? Her malicious smirk completes the look quite well. Next is Azula's right-hand man, May. Most of May's design goes into her really weird hair, so it was a bit of a challenge replicating that specific style. I'm still not 100% satisfied, but I think this is as good as it's gonna get. The only other special inclusion is her knife, which is both dual molded and printed with either red paint or blood. You choose. Imagination. Great, isn't it? Azula's left-hand man appropriately comes after, being Ty Lee, another one of my favorite characters. There's something quite charming about her happiness and optimism while zapping the life out of her enemies. Ty Lee comes with a new hairpiece similar to the newish slave Leia's. Jet is really annoying. He's probably my least favorite character in the show, but that didn't mean I'd ignore his importance. So he's here. You're welcome, lovers of angry sad boys. By far the hardest part of designing his figure was in the hook swords, since they're very curvy and pointy in weird places. And let me tell you, freehanding all those curves is difficult. However, I succeeded, and now we have hook swords. Jet also uses Jay's Ninjago movie hair and a cocky grin. Constantly appearing throughout the show is Aang's past avatar life, Avatar Roku. Roku is a fairly simple figure, but Roku himself is a fairly simple guy. For his long flowing hair, I used the new Dumbledore's hairpiece, but with a hole on top to attach his top knot man bun thing. He also uses the Jafar armor and a new beard found in the newest wave of Ninjago sets. Zuko's edgy ninja OC is next in the lineup. Obviously most of the attention goes right to the mask, which is a new piece that would function like the Ninjago Oni masks. Speaking of Ninjago, he also uses Laloid swords in black and silver. Removing the mask does in fact reveal a grumbling Zuko, and because it's printed on a black head, I thought I'd go for accuracy and mute the colors a bit. I think everyone can agree that the true victim of Avatar's story is the friendly cabbage merchant. I mean, come on. Just let the poor guy have his cabbages. It's not like everyone wants to be involved in your world-saving adventures, Aang. Gosh. Cabbage merchant comes with 2 new pieces, his head wrap, and obviously a cabbage. The entire point of Book 1 was to get to the Northern Water Tribe and learn waterbending from a master. Also, I wanted to include a waterbender anyway, so Baku made the most sense. Baku uses no new pieces, coming with a Shakespeare head attachment and a power blast. Representing the Earth Nation is a simple soldier. Though I do not understand why we need soldiers when there is no war in Ba Sing Se. Maybe he's just ceremonial. The Earth Nation soldier uses the newer style of the rice hat and comes with a brick-built weapon which I learned is called a kama and was also used for a rice collection. Look at that. I'm educational. Another major member of Aang's Avatar history is Avatar Kyoshi. Kyoshi is an anomaly in my opinions. I don't really care that she exists one way or another. Because I'm sure that you didn't come here to hear my opinions on supporting characters, let me explain that Kyoshi uses quite an elaborate new piece for her hair and hat, and uses 2 fans and gold. Another important part of the Northern Water Tribe is Sokka's ill-fated girlfriend, Yue. Though to be honest, they were hardly together long enough to be labeled a couple. Darn that teenage connection. Trust me, kids, do not date until you're older. Yue uses a new hairpiece, which would probably be rubber, and comes with the 2 spirit fish that ended up being her downfall. Morbid, maybe? Yeah, it is. To protect your land, you need soldiers, and so here's the Fire Nation soldier. The soldiers have quite a distinct silhouette, mostly due in part to their weirdly elaborate helmets, so I knew I needed to capture that here. Also, like the Earth Nation soldier, Fire Nation soldier here comes with a weapon called a Guan Dao, which, according to legend, was created in the early 3rd century AD by a weapons crafter named Guan Yu. However, some think that the legend is false and that it was created... I'm sorry. I just love weapons. Lastly, we have the big bad of big bads, Fire Lord Ozai. You stink, dude. Who else thinks that Ozai's just a terrible human being? I guess it's good that he's a villain then. Like Roku, Ozai uses Dumbledumb's hair with a pinhole for his... I guess it's a crown, right? The dress piece and a single flame. I never have any idea what to say when I get to the last group shot. Should I pat myself on the back? Should I berate myself for my terrible jokes? No idea. I would like to say that it's pure coincidence that this came out around the same time as another guy named Minifig.psd series, so go check his out. It's also really cool, and there will be a link in the description. The packaging is pretty simple since I just decided to go with a papyrus background, and it works pretty well. The same was done for the lineup leaflet. I gotta say, it does give me a lot of joy to see all of these figures next to each other. I guess this is the end of my work for 2019. We did a lot of stuff this year, my friends. A bunch of minifigure series, some movie discussion, Lego set discussion. It's fun having a YouTube channel. So, as usual, leave your thoughts on the series below. Did you like it? Would you like to see more? Probably not. But also leave your opinions on what I should focus on next year. Would you like more movie-related stuff? Lego? But don't worry, the minifigure series are here to stay. and I already have plans for next year. So, until 2020, later.